Hello, everybody. You are welcome once again to another segment of the Voice of Reformation, which is brought to you by the New African Concept. Now, if you are joining us for the first time, we always like to introduce ourselves, who we are and what we are about. We are the New African Concept, and we are a movement that is dedicated to holistic national transformation and spearheading the cause of African Renaissance. And this series has been running for a while now. So if you have not seen our other videos, I will encourage you to do so. Refer to our social media handles, check out these other videos, especially on this particular series that we've been having, which is the School of Values. The School of Values. If you have not subscribed to our channel, if you have not been watching these videos, please do like, comment, share, so that others will enjoy of it as well. All right. So in today's segment, we are talking about another important value. Once again, we've always talked about the fact that values are the foundational blocks for the building of nations. For the building of nations. Nations are founded on value systems and not their geographical locations or what they have as a nation. So these are things, whatever, in all of our videos, you find me talking about these things because it's so important. And the truth is that the quality of these values are seen the most when it starts from us as an individual. So today we are talking about the value of mentorship. The value of mentorship. Yes. So let's look at this critically. You know, in life, right? You know that every time somebody is watching you, at every single moment of your life, you are being watched by someone, you are being observed by someone. And you see, your life must either impact someone or be impacted. At any point in time, these are the two things that are happening. You are either impacting someone or you are being impacted. And the truth is that, you see, this goes all the way. It transcends every level. This value of mentorship we are talking about. So your life can mentor. Through you can mentor other people. Societies can mentor its inhabitants. Even nations can become examples to other nations. So that means that nations can mentor other nations. Can you imagine how beautiful that is? So that means that one day Ghana has the capacity to mentor other African nations. In the development and upliftment of Rwanda, it has become a light and a beacon of hope from which other countries are going to and learning from. We have books like the book written by Lee Kuan Yew on how he set up Singapore to now become a light to other nations. So nations can even mentor. That is how powerful this value is, the value of mentorship. And it is so important because, you see, like I said, at any point in time, you are being watched. A life, an experience, a nation, a system is being looked up to find the pattern through which we can walk or through which we can, copy to achieve a certain objective or achievement. Because that is what life is. Life is, a series of patterns. And success is predictable in same way as failure is predictable. So if you want to achieve success, then there is a path to walk. One of these paths is a path of mentorship. And so if you want to give our people and the African youth, because at the moment, Africa is largely populated by the youth. Over 60% of Africa's population, the entire population, is made up by the youth. And so you realize that as they are growing up, they are going to need a certain pattern to look after. What does success look like? What does character look like? What does it mean to be a responsible man? What does it mean to be a responsible woman? People need examples of these to be able to replicate and walk the predictable path of success. So whatever, we always say that there's nothing new under the sun. So whatever career or platform or level we want to get to in life, someone has been there before. So you want to make sure that, you are able to, you want to ask the questions that what exactly did the person do? How did he get to this place? And I want to take that same, path to that particular point. Now you see, the seriousness of this is that mentorship can be either unconscious or conscious. But the truth is that it is more potent when it is conscious. You see, it is more intentional and directional when it is conscious, and more damaging when it is unconscious. Because when people are unconsciously copying you, they tend to take everything that is about you. They don't get to decipher what is wrong and what is right. For instance, if I want to enter into the political game or arena right now, I want to know how to get there. And if I ask you, per your knowledge of your basic understanding of how politics is run in your country or even in Ghana, do you think the best example will be given to me in becoming a politician? Not exactly. And so it is important that we intentionally begin to cultivate the right kind of path and principles through which we can raise other people to become like ourselves. And that is the problem. You see, we are not even confident in who we have become ourselves. So that's a two-directional, perspective we must look at it from. How potent is your life? How exemplary is your life as a mentor, such that it is potent enough to be replicated in another? Can you make an assessment of your life in such a way that you can teach people that if you do A, B, C, you can become like me? Do we even have the confidence to say, I want you to become like me? That is on another level. So we must begin to cultivate that. So you see, in training people or cultivating the value of mentorship and training people to appreciate the path of a mentor, you see, we must complete the process. And that's the problem. Over here in this part of our world, we tend to only subscribe to one part of the process of mentorship and leave the others. And when I talk about the process of mentorship, I'm talking of the triphasic process of mentorship. You're talking about the informational stage, the demonstration stage, and the place where the mentor or the mentee begins to replicate what has been shown him. So what stage do you think in Africa or in Ghana we tend to rely more on in the place of mentorship? Right, the place of information. So we speak a lot. So we say, do this, you should do that as a child, you should do this. We come to, this practical and on a lighter note example of our parents. When the child goes to school and is not able to perform well, we lie. The parents lie to the children. When I was in school, I was first. When I was in school, I was doing better. I was in school, I was doing this. Just that information that I should do better in school is not enough to empower me to actually do better. I must be shown. So the strength of mentorship is in an exemplary life. The strength of mentorship is in demonstration. He who follows after you or tries to pattern after your life will not do what you say, he will do what you do. And that is the strength of mentorship. And so we must begin to look at the various sectors of our life, the kind of careers and positions and platforms that we have in our country. Is this the kind of life we want our children to become? The kind of teachers we have in our system, are these the kind of teachers we want our children to become? Are these the kind of politicians we want our children to become? Are these the kind of policemen and soldiers that we want our children to become? Is this the path we are laying for them? Are these the kind of fathers and mothers that we want our children to become? Is this what we are handing over to the next generation? So for all this while, we have been unconscious about the path of mentorship. Because remember the statement I made before, that in life you are either impacted or you make impact. And there are certain levels where you can't help but make impact. As you go about your activities, your child will be looking at you. So why not be intentional about it? So that's one very key point I want us to understand. We must be intentional about mentorship. We must be intentional about inculcating that value into the people that are coming up. So our youth, our younger ones, the people we work with, our children, as a husband, your wife, as a wife, your husband, our siblings, and across all borders and across all lines. As a leader, what you do is what, those that follow after you will be, doing as well. So in every decision we are making, in everything that we are doing, remember, you are being watched. So from today onwards, cultivate the value, imbibe in yourself, and develop the consciousness that in every action I take, in everything that I do, I am being watched, and I'm going to be intentional about my actions and my decisions. I'm going to take, you can decide to do this, that, okay, as a person, in this year, I'm going to take 2 people to mentor them in the area of relationship, in the area of finances, in the area of character development, whatever your skill set is. You can take that initiative and say, okay, I'm going to mentor my siblings. You see, change does not happen overnight. It begins as a single step. So we want to take a journey of 1,000 miles of transformation and change for Africa and Ghana. But it begins with that single step. So it begins from you. So yes, one of the things you must begin to do is to first start working on yourself. You must create a life that is exemplary. Is your life at this moment an exemplary one? Can you tell your friend or the next person to you that, hey, do as I do? If you imitate me, you become successful in life. If the nations were to look onto the nations of Africa to model their lifestyle and their nations after, how would that look like? If Ghana was to be a mentor to the other nations of Africa, how would our lifestyle look like? If all of Ghanaians were to model their lives after you, how would that look like? And so the charge and the onus is upon us to take up the responsibility to first develop and inculcate this value in ourselves and propound it wherever we go. So whatever you are doing, don't be the only person who is best at it. Train others, raise up people, be intentional about it, and raise them up in such a way that when you are absent, there will be 10 more people who can do exactly as you do and even better. So I hope the message has been clear in this particular discussion that we've had on the value of mentorship. It cuts across every segment. So take that responsibility. The companies, the institutions, wherever we find ourselves, let us set up systems and modules to train out people, not just professionally. Train them in their character development. Train, the tripartite composition of man, the body, the soul, the spirit. Let there be mentorship on all aspects of our greatest resource as a country, which are the individuals. This has been the Voice of Reformation. Today we've spoken on the value of mentorship. If you believe this is a useful information, I want you to like this video, share your thoughts on it. What are you thinking? And share this video with your friends and everyone. Let us learn together. Let us grow together, because Ghana is on a trajectory and a tangent of change. And so is Africa. If you need any form of assistance, we are all about mentorship. If you need any form of assistance, do want to contact us on our various media handles, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and all of the other channels. We are the New African Concept. Ghana is on the road to change. And I believe in that change. The New African Concept, we believe in Ghana and that change, and so must you. I will see you in the next episode.